A woman who survived being shot 10 times has a warning now for other women tonight.
Her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, shot her, then drove her through multiple counties. And now she hopes she can inspire women to leave abusive relationships. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at Dekalb County Police Headquarters in Tucker tonight. And Audrey, this survivor told you the ordeal went on for hours.
Right, she told me her ex-boyfriend drove her around for hours while she sat in the passenger seat of her car, bleeding out from 10 gunshot wounds.
I'm sorry.
Shemay Pitt.
Okay, guys. Welcome to the video here. Very, serious topic here. So the young lady, was shot 10 times by her, then boyfriend or ex, and you know, drove around through multiple counties, and man, had to go through a whole traumatic ordeal. And she's lucky to be alive, because some people take one gunshot wound and, they bleed out and die. So she's very lucky to be alive. Um, it sounds like this was like a history of being in an abusive relationship. And we've seen the story, not this specific story, but the type of story of when there's abuse in a relationship. People just can't really get away. Even if they try to get away, somehow, they find themselves back around the individual. I know I did a story about a lady in Greensboro who lost her life to something very similar, to where she even had like, protective orders and all this and that, and still found her way around the guy. I think he kidnapped her, if I'm not mistaken, if I can, remember right. And unfortunately, he killed her. So, this lady is very lucky to even be able to be here and tell her story. And I'm gonna let this video play and just continue to get a little bit more information.
Did not think she would survive it.
Right here, I have a bullet wound.
She says on November 2nd, in a fit of rage, her ex-boyfriend.
Guys, once again, cookie cutter stereotype. Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy because, I don't look at a lot of these videos before I actually sit and do reactions to them. I just kind of just want to give my first thoughts and my first opinions off the top of my head as far as what I think about the situation. But again, little starter dreads don't look like they've been well kept. I mean, this guy it looks like he has a gun tattooed, or like some type of assault rifle tattooed on his face. He has the piercing tattoos all on his neck and stuff like that. Looks like one of the typical rappers that you would see. Like I said, the influence is heavy. Looks like a young guy. And influence can be like real, like they, not just trying to blame it all on that, but I'm sure he listened to all the rappers, stuff like that, and you hear certain things being put into the music, and that just it really does get into you, and you really start to embody that, and really think that, you can go out here and do the same things or live the same life, and you end up hurting people that you so-called love. And man, it's crazy. I mean, if you could say, hey man, could you guess what the suspect looks like? I would have said, man, he's gonna be, black man, dreads, probably got tattoos. Here we go. The stereotypes speak for themselves. And I really don't really care what people's opinion are about it, because as you see, the color of my skin, and this is how I feel about it. It just brings it's just not a good look for us at all. That our young people are continuously being the ones that's in the news for shooting, doing kidnapping and robberies, and just doing everything but being, positive people, or normal people that function within society. It's like, is this all that we are worth? Is this the value of our community? Is this how we want everyone to see us? Because I get stories that, people of other ethnicities and races and stuff like this, but man, when I see this, it's just like, man, did he not have any type of positive uh, male influence in his life? Did he not get taught as a child? Did he not get love as a child? Like, what brings you to do something like this? Was it that, she didn't want to be with you any longer? She was tired of, any type of abuse or anything like that, and you felt like the only way that you could kind of, get some type of peace was to bring her home, to shoot her 10 times, to drive her around bleeding and stuff like that, and causing all type of drama, like paranoia and trauma to her. Was was that I mean, was that your end goal? Because at the end of the day, man, if you are lucky to see the light of day, um, you forever changed her life, and her family and people that love her, and you may have family, and of course, I'm sure you have people that love you, and now you put them in a position to where now they have to defend you, or they have to assist you along, your incarceration, and very, very horrible, man. Just very, very horrible. I'm gonna just let the video continue.
Friend Joshua Woodruff shot her 10 times.
I see the inside of me on the outside.
Pitt tells me she agreed to meet with her ex to talk. She says that conversation turned violent and there was a struggle inside of her car.
He steps back, he steps forward, and he starts shooting me. My ears are ringing, but I come into realization that he's shooting at me.
Pitt says Woodruff then drove her from Snapfinger Road in Dekalb County to Douglasville. At one point, she says she heard Woodruff make 2 phone calls.
Basically asked them what to do with my body. I'm scared. I asked him, can I just write? Can I just write a letter to my son?
Pitt says Woodruff eventually abandoned her at a hospital while paramedics rushed her to another hospital in critical condition. Security detained Woodruff. Police charged the 25-year-old with aggravated assault and false imprisonment. Pitt's mother says she wants the charges upgraded.
He needs to be charged for bringing over county lines. He needs to be federally charged for having an automatic switch, which is a federal offense.
A few days ago,
Yeah, definitely. 25 years old, man. And again, it's the guys that's in this age range, like the 20s, and they, they have parents that are no older than like in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like their parents are not really old parents, and you just kind of start to see a switch in parenting, and like I said, a lot of these guys that they probably didn't have, real good positive um figures in their life, because a lot of the guys that are in that age range were also doing egregious stuff that was landing themselves in jail, or the mothers was out here just going to the clubs and stuff like that. So this is starting to be the results of those things, the bad parenting, the pacifying of your kids, not really setting good examples, or not really trying to put them in positions to where they would be successful. Not really trying, like these parents are more than likely playing all the most craziest music that they can play amongst their kids. I had to just dial myself back from doing that type of stuff too, because like, my daughter would ask me, "Hey, Daddy, what you playing?" And I don't want her to kind of get certain messages from that music. I turn on, you know, Disney type of music and stuff like that, and gladly ride around listening to her sing her heart out to those songs versus, all the shoot 'em up, bang bang that's within the contents of the music that we have now. Really promoting certain cultures that are not really positive cultures that you're really not gonna get too much out of life if you do choose to go that route. So it's just very, very horrible. I'm gonna let the video continue though.
the Fulton County DA said Atlanta is under a domestic violence epidemic with nearly 1,000 felony cases pending. Pitt says she hopes more people in an abusive relationship will get out before it's too late.
You see that red flag? run away.
And Woodruff is due in court tomorrow. As for Pitt's hospital bills, they are extensive. Her friends and family, they are holding a fundraiser for her on December 2nd. There's also a GoFundMe page to help with some of those expenses. Though that link to the GoFundMe page can be found on our website. That's WSBTV.com. And we are live tonight here in DeKalb County. I'm Audrey Washington, Channel.
And the sad part about this whole thing is, the young lady will never be the same. Young lady, she'll never be the same. She has a son, and I know now she's gonna definitely make it her goal to make sure her son doesn't turn out to be like this guy here. Um, and that she was saying, you see that red flag, you have to get away. You're not gonna be able to change people. People are who they are. They show you who they are, and a lot of times you'll choose to stick around thinking that you can help or change them. It seems like she was on the process of getting herself away from this individual, but he called you and wanted to talk. You already got yourself out of the situation. Just say no. Just say no. No, we don't have anything else to talk about. And let him go on about his business. I mean, he's going around with switches and stuff like that. I mean, the guy looks like this. Come on, y'all. Y'all y'all can't be that attracted to guys who obviously aren't going to really be anything positive in life. You can't be that attracted to guys like that to where you would risk your life, to be with these type of individuals. Once you get that first flag, I don't even say give it a second flag. A lot of times I used to say three strikes you're out, and your life is a lot more precious than that to even give it three chances. So, praying that she gets back to some type of normalcy and she can be there for her child, and but she'll never be the same after this, sadly to say. But hopefully she can find a way to get back to some type of normalcy. And it's good that she's still alive, and after taking 10 shots, she's very, very tough woman. As they were saying, her medical bills are extensive, very, very expensive bills, because when you having a hospital stay and surgeries and medications that they have to give you, and um, paying doctors and stuff like that, that it starts to pile up. So hopefully, she's able to get the funds needed in order to pay for that. I'm sure, it's hard for anybody to, handle their medical expenses and stuff like that. So again, when you see the red flags, and they said it's an epidemic down there in Atlanta. So I mean, I'm sure it's not just Atlanta. Love your life a lot more. Love your life a lot more, as best I can say. Again, if you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is Justin Paul. Peace.